My love, I know you won't like this. Mom's here.
What did she come for this time?
I'm not sure. Does she ever have a good reason for coming around?
I'm so sick of her barging into our home whenever she likes.
Breathe, my love. I'll take care of this, okay?
That would be so awesome. But are you sure you will be able to make her leave?
I'll make sure she leaves today. Of course, I'm always the one making her leave each time she comes around.
Each one of those times I was standing right behind you and giving you moral support.
What's that supposed to mean?
Exactly what you think it does, which is that you have a soft spot for your mom.
But it doesn't mean that I let her do anything she wants.
I know, and that's one of the reasons I adore you, my darling. You stand up to her to protect our marriage and our home. But your resolve weakens whenever she gets sad and looks like she's on the brink of one of her fake tears.
How am I supposed to know it's a fake tear? It looks pretty real to me.
And that's a weapon she knows she can use to get her way. But whenever I'm around, that doesn't work.
Oh, I think I understand now. You're a woman, so you can't fall for another woman's antics.
It's not really about that. She's not my mom. She's yours. You have an emotional attachment to her that I don't have. So I can act more logically than you can when it comes to her.
You're right, I'm her only son, and ever since Dad passed away a decade ago, she became so reliant on me.
Reliant is a kind word. Try obsessed. She'll practically make you her new husband if she could. The only difference is that you'll sleep in separate rooms.
I wish I could argue that what you just said isn't true, but I know you're correct. Her attachment to me made me so uncomfortable that I chose to attend college in a faraway state so I could get away from her. Yet, I always felt guilty about running away from her like that, so I came home every summer holiday to spend time with her. I think the major mistake I made was settling down in a place that's an hour's train ride away from her. We should have settled down in a place much farther away from here. I'm pretty sure she would have hardly come over. And whenever she wants to, she would have to tell us first, or we would invite her.
Hey, it's not your fault. You did your best to establish boundaries since your college days. But she's ignoring all of them.
Exactly. She's my mom. I love her, but she's frustrating me. I got a good job in the city. Was I supposed to turn it down because of her?
Absolutely not. Honestly, her visits wouldn't have bothered me if she wasn't so... I'm struggling to find a word that isn't rude or offensive. If she were nice and easygoing, we wouldn't have a problem with her coming whenever she wants to. But then, 9 out of 10 times, she comes around unannounced and uninvited, and proceeds to nitpick on how we run our own home.
She's always been like that with me. She wants me to do things the way she likes.
You're a grown man, not a child. You shouldn't have to bend to her wishes. Neither of us have to. She even claims that I don't take care of you, as if I were living with a 2-year-old. Whichever way I look at it, it's clear that she wants you to herself.
I love when you say that.
Never, honey. You belong with me.
I hope you've been settling into Texas well.
It's been nice. I'm adjusting and I've started work. I don't want to stay out of town longer than I have to.
Don't worry about that, just focus and do a good job. I'll get Mom to leave the house long before you return.
I trust you. Kisses. I miss you so much, honey. I think I'm going to cry.
Why would you cry? Is something going on?
It's so hot here and I just feel so homesick. You're my home, you know?
I'm close to blushing. I really am.
Now, that's a sight I'd love to see.
Did you hear about the kidnapping at the park?
There was a kidnapping at the park? That's awful. What happened?
They woke up.
Hold on a second. Was that a joke?
Yes, there's another one. Why did the bicycle fall over?
I know this one. Because it was too tired.
You don't want to cry anymore, right?
No, I don't want to. Thanks for cheering me up.
That's what I'm here for. Focus on finishing your work well. My arms miss holding you.
Aw, sure. Everything is okay with you, right?
Oh yes, everything is control.
That was too bright. Is there something going on that you're not telling me?
Well, it's not a big deal.
Tell me.
Mom hasn't left yet. She's still around and has been making herself at home in her son's home, which she considers hers too by extension.
Uh-oh. What did you do? How could you let her stay in my absence?
I'm so sorry. You're right. I wasn't tough enough to make her leave. She got all teary-eyed and I softened.
I'm not blaming you. At least, I'm trying not to. She's your mother and you care about her. But she really has to leave today. I am so terrified that if she stays there one more night, she will make herself a permanent fixture, and that will be a nightmare.
She can't stay permanently. She only came with a few things.
Harvey?
Sorry, honey.
Thank you. Your mom may not stay permanently after tonight, but she'll strongly start thinking about it, and asking her to leave would be even tougher. She might even create a huge scene.
That is true. I have an idea.
Go ahead.
I want to tell her that I'm traveling for work, but instead I'll rent a hotel for the night. What do you think?
That plan will take both of you out of the house.
At least she'll be out. She won't stay here without me. I won't let her even if she wants to. And she doesn't know I'm returning tomorrow.
If that's the only way, go ahead and do it. It's a good plan.
Thank you.
I'm just sad that we have to resort to methods like this because of your mother. It's uncomfortable and costs money.
It does. Downside of having a mom who doesn't know boundaries. I'll put the plan in motion now.
Okay, catch you later.
I returned from my son's home yesterday evening after a 2-day visit. You weren't there.
Yes, I'm out of town for a few weeks. It's for a big contract for an interior designing project.
Where are you exactly?
Dallas, Texas.
That's pretty far away. Who are you with?
The design team.
What are you working on?
A set of apartments.
So you've been out of town for a few weeks.
That's what I said early on.
Don't you dare get smart with me. If I ask you a question, answer me.
I wasn't trying to get smart with you, ma'am. I was clarifying what I already said.
Whatever. When will you return?
In a week or thereabout.
You cannot say when specifically?
I can't.
Why not? Are you messing with me right now?
Interior designing can tend to be unpredictable. We have a time frame to finish everything, but sometimes we finish later if something comes up.
I know you're betting on something coming up.
No, I'm not. Why would you say so?
You want to spend more time with your lovers. Yes, I know what you've been up to. A woman like you has no value for a man like my son. All you do is hop from one man to the next.
Do you have any evidence of what you're talking about?
What do I need evidence for? I don't need it when it's staring me in the face already. You traveled as far as Texas to meet up with your lovers, and you're covering up with your useless work.
I don't deserve these insults you're hurling at me. Please stop.
I will not stop speaking the truth. My son might view you through rose-colored glasses, but I'm not him. I'm his mother, and I'll protect him from you. I will not let some cheap whore maltreat him and make him unhappy.
I can see that you didn't stop by to check on my well-being.
Why would I care about your well-being? You're nothing to me.
I see.
In fact, you're worth less than the dust beneath my feet.
Interesting.
You're like an insect not worth my time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, my love. How are you feeling?
Much better. It's lunch break now. I went out to eat at that restaurant I like that's close to my office.
Good. Do you still feel nauseous?
Not really. The nausea is subsiding.
Thank God. Soon the morning sickness will be a thing of the past.
Absolutely. This is the part of the first trimester of pregnancy that sucks.
Yeah, if only you hadn't gotten sick on Saturday when Mom came around. We could have kept her in the dark longer about your pregnancy.
She was bound to find out anyway. I'm glad it's out. We hid the news for nearly 2 months. We did well.
I was fuming so hard when she arrived at 8 a.m. on a Saturday. Who comes to someone's home at 8 a.m. on any Saturday, uninvited?
Your mother. She nearly ruined the romantic day that we planned to have.
Can't believe that she came with ingredients to make my special food. I hardly enjoy that meal.
Why then did she want to make it for you all of a sudden?
2 nights before that Saturday, she mentioned to me over the phone that she missed having the meal. Then I asked her to make it. I didn't mention anything about me craving the meal. Next thing I know, she's over at my house at an unholy hour trying to make the meal she wants in my home and tagging it my special food.
It's okay, honey. Just breathe. Don't let her get to you.
I tried my best that day to be diplomatic instead of outrightly saying, leave my home. You saw how I suggested places for her to go.
I was there. I saw.
I suggested the water park, Zumba classes, and the golf course. She said none of those places appealed to her. Can you imagine that she brightly smiled at me and said she only wanted to be where I am?
I don't have to imagine. I was there.
Woman, I don't want to be where you are. I just want to be with my wife in privacy. I wish I told her like this in blunt words.
You didn't want to hurt her feelings.
Unfortunately, you got sick and had to throw up in the bathroom. Mom got suspicious, so we told her the truth that we're expecting.
She got so mad. I thought she'd be happy. It's her grandchild, after all. She may not like me, but the baby is innocent.
Yeah, she said that at 28 years old, I'm still a baby and too young to be a father.
That part pissed me off so much.
And she said worse things about you. How dare she say the baby you're carrying isn't mine? I lost it after hearing that. I ordered her out of our home.
She saw your thunderous expression and left quickly. Thank you for standing up for me that way.
You are my wife. Of course I'll do that. Have your lunch now. I'll go have mine.
You. It's your fault that my son is giving me the silent treatment. You're an old woman of 33 years old who seduced my baby, and now you're trying to tear our relationship apart. I won't let you. You have no self-respect. You're cheap and you're using my son's youth. Everything about you is trash.
Harvey wouldn't like it if he knew that you were talking to me like this.
The only way Harvey would know is if you open your big mouth and tell him. Even now, you want to hide behind my son instead of facing me squarely, woman to woman. All you do is run to my poor baby for cover instead of facing your fights.
Okay, I've had it with you. Harvey ended up with an old woman like me because of you. You scared off all the younger girls Harvey used to date. He was emotionally distraught and nearly went down the Playboy lane to protect his heart. But I showed up and I stood my ground against you.
You're lying. I believe none of what you said. I know that you'll be returning from your maternity leave in a few days. Don't bother returning to my son's house because it's my house now, and you're not welcome. If you dare to show your face here, I'll make your life a living hell, so you better not return.
Good day to you too. What do you mean by Harvey's house being your house now?
It's exactly what I said. I moved in, and I already made some big changes.
You know the passcode to the house?
Of course. Or do you think I'm stupid? All those times it was just me and Harvey at home? I took note of it when he keyed it in. About those changes I made? You'll hate them, LOL. I redecorated the bedrooms, especially the one you shared with my son. I've taken out all of your things from there, so it's just his things remaining.
What did you do to my things?
That's a fun question. I sold everything, so there's nothing for you to return to. Selling your stuff fetched good money that helped my redecorating endeavor.
No.
Yes, girl. You and that bastard son of yours will not live in this house with me and my son. Once I talk some sense into Harvey, he'll see things my way.
How dare you call Harvey's son a bastard? I can arrange for a DNA test to prove you wrong.
I don't care about a DNA test. Remain in your parents' house that you ran to when the time arrived for you to give birth. You also took my son with you and forced him into an extended leave from work that he didn't want.
Harvey works remotely. His company granted him permission to do so for 3 months.
I don't care. Your days of controlling my son are over. Sweetie, why are you not coming home? I've been waiting.
I stopped by a few days ago and picked up the things I needed, then I left.
Why didn't you tell me you were coming? I must have stepped out. Where did you go?
I have a wife and a child. They're my family. Wherever they are is where I'll be.
Why are you talking like this? I'm your family, the real one. Your home is with me. Come home.
No, Mom, I won't. You hijacked my home, discarded my wife's things, and turned the place upside down? How can I bear to live in a place like that anymore?
It's your home, and I made it better.
I didn't ask you to. Why can't you let me live my life, and why do you treat my family badly? I'm sick of you intruding into my affairs. I have 2 older sisters, and you have 2 daughters beside me. You never bother about them. Channel some of the energy you direct at me, at them. They might appreciate it. As for me, I feel so suffocated.
Please, don't say that. You're my whole world.
Find another world.
What is this? Why are my things outside and the door lock has changed?
Oh, is that so?
Don't play dumb with me. You know exactly what's going on.
Okay, let's say I do. It changes nothing. What's done is done.
What's that supposed to mean?
I would expect that since you hijacked someone else's home, you'd change the passcode at least. Why didn't you?
My baby could have had a change of heart and come back unexpectedly when I'm out of the house. I didn't want him stranded. Now explain to me exactly what's going on.
We sold that house. You better take your things and leave quickly, or else security might show up and throw you out.
This is unbelievable. Harvey would never do that to me. Where is he staying?
We got another place that we are never telling you about.
Oh no, I have nowhere else to go. I ended my rental contract in my old house before moving in here. Harvey has to help me. You'll ask him to help me, right? Right? Please?
Harvey couldn't stand to see his mother stranded, so he sent her money to get a new place. She kept calling him continuously and crying that she missed him so much. In those calls, she hurled heavy insults at me and the baby that angered Harvey. The anger gave him the strength he needed to cut her out of his life completely. He still sends some upkeep money, but there's no communication between them at all. As for our family, we are happy and enjoying peace.
Lily, I'm really sorry. After the accident gets sorted out, I'm going to the hospital. So, what about your leg? I was told that I may never walk again. I'm sorry, because I carelessly missed a red light. I am truly sorry. I'll support you for the rest of my life, so please forgive me. It's something that has happened. It's okay now. There's nothing we can do, right? That's not good. I took your ability to walk because of my own negligence, you know? That's why it's useless to regret what has already happened. You must be in a lot of pain too, right? Sure, I'm shocked too, but I'm happier that both of us are alive. Lily. I want to eat something sweet. I can't move yet, and I can't go to the hospital store. Can you bring something when you come to visit? Okay. I'll bring your favorite cake. Wait, is it okay to have cake at a time like this? If I say I want to eat it, then please bring it. Okay. Also, I don't have the face to meet your parents. My parents are shocked too, but they're calm. You'll be okay. Really? I might be told to divorce you. Then I wouldn't be able to refuse. I would hate to break up at this point. And my parents wouldn't say something like that. But if I were a parent, I think I couldn't forgive it. Because I took the precious ability to walk from their daughter. Tom, it's okay. People aren't that weak. Indeed, it might have been an irreversible incident, but let's focus on the fact that we are both safe now. Getting encouraged by you who's hurt the most. I understand that it's hard for you too, Tom. It might be tough from now on. But we can overcome it. So, shall we try our best? Yeah. You're right. Just as you say. I will definitely support you. Please do so. I might be a bother for a while, but I will keep living, looking forward. Tom, are you going to be home late again today? Sorry. I have to work overtime. I see. You know I made your favorite dish today. Do you think you can eat it when you get home? No, I might not be able to today. I'll eat it for breakfast tomorrow. Understood. Then I'll keep your portion in the fridge. Lily, you don't have to push yourself. Don't worry about me, just take care of yourself. But right now I can only stay at home. And recently I've been able to do household chores by myself, right? So I want to do more. Seeing you work so hard, I don't know how to say. It seems painful. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm not pushing myself. You don't have to say it that way. But you don't have to do the household chores. Oh, right. You can go back to your parents' house for a while. Wouldn't it be more relaxing there? I won't go back to my parents' house. If I go back now, I might end up relying on them. It's okay. You've been discharged from the hospital and living in a wheelchair, right? And there's still weekly physical therapy. Our apartment is small. I don't think it's a very good environment. If I go back, I'll be away from you. I'm worried. I leave you alone in the house most of the time because of work. What would you do if there was a fire? Do you think you can escape if there's an earthquake? That is, I won't know until it happens. You probably can't escape. Our place is an apartment, and if the elevator stops, you're done. Because you can't use the stairs. If you keep saying that, you'll never be able to live the life you want. Why not move to a ground floor apartment or a detached house then? You can't just spring a moving conversation on me. Shouldn't we strive to live in our current home then? And what happens after I go back to my parents' house? What will be the catalyst for me to return to this house? I'm going to be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. You're not planning on living separately forever, are you? No, I'm just genuinely worried about you, Lily. I'm doing my best not to bother others as much as possible. Have a little faith in me. It's not a matter of not trusting you. Are you trying to kick me out? No. You've hardly been at home lately, right? Even when you come home, you only sleep. Even on your days off, you go out somewhere alone. It's like you don't want to be with me. Lily, I'm sorry. What? To be honest, it hurts me to see you, Lily. Huh? I'm reminded of the accident, and I feel like I'm being blamed for it. We decided not to think about who's at fault anymore, right? I just can't get past it. It's painful every day. Don't say things like that. I'm sorry, but that's how I truly feel. I don't want to see you now. Are you abandoning me? Stop saying it like that. If you were married to me, I think it would be okay to continue the marriage. But we're going to live separately, right? That makes no sense. Because I can't say I want a divorce. You're the worst. That's not fair. That's cruel. All I can do now is apologize to you. I'm sorry. I'll leave everything else up to you. I'm fine. I understand. I'll go back to my parents' house. I'll also divorce you. Are you sure? Because you don't have any feelings for me. There's no reason to continue the marriage, right? Because I was the one who... your legs. I'll forget about you too. You can be free now. Tom, I heard from my mom. She told you? My mother-in-law sure has bad timing. I can't believe you would just walk into her house to pick up your forgotten stuff. It's only been a few days since our divorce. And you're already living with another woman? You planned to break up from the start, didn't you? Were you having an affair? No, that's not it. I had a serendipitous encounter right after our divorce. We hit it off and decided to live together. Also, I've already returned the key. Tell your mom not to come here again. So cruel. If you had another woman, you should have just been honest. Did you not want to pay alimony for the affair? I said it wasn't an affair. Do you have any proof? Who starts living together in just a few days? You must have been having an affair. Even you might change if you have a fateful encounter. And how long would I have to wait for it to be acceptable? Legally, it's no problem after the divorce. A month, half a year, or can I start dating after a year? I don't know. I saw on the internet that approximately 19% of men find a new partner within a month, so I don't think it matters whether it's soon or later. It varies from person to person. I've never heard of someone doing it in just a few days though. There's a pattern like this too. Besides, you said you'd forget about me, right? Why care even after the divorce? What's that? Even your attitude, you're strange. You were so apologetic until the divorce. That was just 3 days ago, you know? I always look forward and keep moving. You should also stop contacting me like this and start your new life. You're in a wheelchair as it is. I think it's better to keep a positive attitude. I can't believe it. You definitely deceived me. I didn't deceive you. Could you stop doubting like that? It makes me feel sick. But even my stuff was still there. There's no way you could switch that quickly. You had an affair because I'm in a wheelchair, right? You thought a normal woman who can walk would be better, right? Enough is enough. You and I are strangers now. I've already given you the property division, so stop complaining. Don't follow me around anymore. I'm going to completely forget about you. The last thing you did made me hate you unbearably. You said you would set me free. I didn't expect this kind of treatment. I will never forgive you. You said you'd forget me quickly, didn't you? Well, it's fine if you remember me as you please. But please spare me the resentment from strange misunderstandings. I'm finally free from someone with a disability. Leave your anger behind and celebrate my future life. Lily, long time no see. Who is this? It's me, Tom. Did you forget about your ex-husband? I deleted your contact a long time ago. So what do you want? Well, I saw you at the hotel in front of the station earlier. I was there for our company's new president's inauguration ceremony. What were you doing there? That's none of your business. Cold as ever, aren't you? Oh wait, were you perhaps on a date? You were quite dressed up. I don't want to discuss this with you. Alright then, goodbye. Hold on a minute. It's been a while since we talked. Why don't we have a little conversation? There's absolutely nothing fun about talking to you. Wow, you've become quite harsh. And you know what? You still can't walk, right? I'm genuinely glad we got divorced. Living with someone with a disability for years would indeed be hard. I've come to realize that again. You don't need to come to the office from tomorrow. Cold as ever, aren't you? What's going on all of a sudden? I'm Lily's husband. You're quite disrespectful to my wife. Huh? Lily has a husband? Come on, what are you talking about? Are you pretending out of regret? No one would want to marry you, a wheelchair user. Aren't you done yet? If you continue this insult, I'm considering suing. So enough. Stop this farce. You're Tom Clark from sales, aren't you? Yes, that's right. Of course you'd know that. Do you understand what business our company is involved in? We're providing services for caregiving and people with disabilities. So what? It's none of my business. You're definitely fired. I'll let Manager Kim know myself. What? How do you know about Manager Kim? Manager just got promoted this year. Because I'm from your company. You're really not Lily? I told you at the beginning that I'm Lily's husband. I'm the company's CEO, White. What? What? You'll find out tomorrow if it's a lie. Well, I've already contacted Manager Kim, so you'll find out soon. Please, wait a moment. I've just got a message from Manager Kim. What did you do? Do you believe me now? I'm sorry. I said many disrespectful things without knowing you were CEO White. You should be apologizing to my wife, Lily. Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm deeply sorry. I've heard about you from my wife. Your reckless driving caused my wife to be in a wheelchair, and then you dumped her. When I heard about it for the first time, I was shocked that someone could do such a horrible thing. And to think that you were one of our company's employees. Didn't you hear about it from her in advance? That I work here? My wife completely forgot about you. And even if she had told me about you first, I would have fired you on the spot. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I will also apologize to Lily. Don't refer to my wife by her first name. You're really disrespectful. I'm sorry. But personally, I am grateful to you. To me. Yes, because you let such a wonderful person go. I was really lucky to meet my wife. I owe everything I am today to my wife. Yes, Lily. No, Lily is always kind and caring, always positive and supportive. Then why did you break up with my wife? That's because, out of guilt. Well, I'll let it pass as that. It's a moot point now. I will come later to apologize again. Could you please not fire me? Isn't that a separate issue? What you did was despicable. You insulted my wife who is in a wheelchair. I don't want someone like that in our company which contributes to society. I've really reflected on it. I will never repeat the same mistake again. It seems my wife has something to say to you. It's Lily. Never contact me again. Of course, I intend to block you too. Okay, I won't contact you. And I'm sorry about earlier. I was surprised to see that you had become even more beautiful. I thought you might be living a lonelier life than me. So seeing you looking happy, it made me resentful. You're still the same ugly person who envies other people's happinesses. You even asked me to congratulate you on your new girlfriend. I'm really sorry about back then. I was messed up. What? I couldn't walk on both feet, you know. And yet, you had the energy to have an affair. Please, Lily. Apologize to CEO White for me. I'm really doing my best at work. Why do I have to listen to what you say? We are strangers to each other, aren't we? And the one to apologize to isn't my husband, it's me. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Well, it's fine now. Are you forgiving me? You're as kind as ever, Lily. You haven't changed a bit since then. I'm saying it's fine because there's no need to forgive. I have nothing to do with you anymore. Don't say things like that. After all, I'm your ex-husband. I forgot. I'm so happy now that I can forget about you completely. Thanks for leaving me. I don't even harbor any resentment anymore, so please congratulate me on my current life. Afterwards, my ex-husband was indeed fired from his company. Of course, being a corporation, he wasn't fired solely because he insulted me. He has always been terrible in his words and actions, and there were complaints from his colleagues and clients. Furthermore, he was apparently buying personal items under the guise of expenses. It seems that it was only a matter of time before he was fired. By the way, after divorcing me, my ex-husband apparently broke up with his mistress. I hear he's been single ever since. Moreover, he evolved into a delusional middle-aged man who still thinks he's popular. And it seems no one was taking him seriously. Fired from his job in middle age, I'm not sure what he will do from here. But his life is certainly not happier than mine. While I am still unable to walk and live a life in a wheelchair, I met my current husband and have a partner that I can truly trust, and every day is filled with happiness. After divorcing my ex-husband, I had no hope for life. However, not wanting to be defeated by such dark feelings, I worked hard in my own way, and I believe that I was finally able to attain true happiness. I no longer look back on the accident or my legs. Everything that has happened so far has made me who I am now. Moving forward, along with my loving current husband, I plan to create many warm and happy moments.